get to do a trip to Weaverville once every 5 or 6 weeks. So this is where we did our ropes course. I think you might be able to see it back there, but maybe not. And so we get to come out here once every 5 or 6 weeks and just join the church. So it's a much smaller church, and there'll be no students here, or just us. There's 4 of us here, and so that'll be different and fun. So they get to kind of pull on us when they want. Otherwise, we just get to attend. So super fun.
And I'm just along for the ride because I'm technically not allowed to do trips yet because I'm only in first year. On this board right here, whenever they have visitors, they put a pin in where they're from, so you can see the diversity of where everyone has come. Lots of people throughout the States and tons in Europe as well. And then just a couple scattered throughout. I know the girl who lives here. She's in my small group. Oh, and the girl that lives down here as well. It's pretty cool.
It's a new horizon, and I'm set on you. And you meet me here today with mercies that are new. All my fears and doubts, they can all come true.
So we just got back from Weaverville. And in the meantime, Cheyenne's family's been sending us videos of them jumping into pile of leaves, because that's such a fun thing that we do every year. So can't wait till next year, guys. We'll be there. It'll be fun. We love you.
Hey, good afternoon. Bethel's second year. This is all the second year students, right? This is larger than most churches in the world. Yeah, just your second year. It's so good to see you. Every nation. I don't know really what's happening right now. But thank you, Jesus.
To explain a little bit what happened today, Andy Bird came and spoke to us. So he is involved with YWAM somehow. I'm not sure how high up the chain he goes, but he does a lot of networking with Lou Engle and a lot of big names in different movements. So a couple of things, he just was super inspiring and just created a big call to go out to the nation. So he was talking about unreached people groups. So 15 years ago, there was 3,000 unreached people groups, totaling, I don't know, I think about 4 million people. And so since that, in the last 15 years, 2,000 of those people groups have been reached, and they're reaching people groups that are about 200 per year. So within 3 to 5 years, there will not be a single people group on the planet who have not been exposed to the gospel. So that was just like mind-blowing. And within by the year 2025, the Bible will be translated into the last language on earth, so that there is no longer a language that the Bible is not in. So that is just incredible. So we are some of the only people who can soon wake up every morning knowing that the gospel is all around the world. Now that being said, there's still 2 billion people who have not heard the gospel, but there's no whole entire people group who have been completely secluded from it. So it's just, this is the biggest move of God that has ever happened, and it's happening now, and it's just really exciting. So it was really interesting. While he was speaking, a person just randomly came up and laid money on the stage, and it just created this whole entire flow of people just laying money at his feet as he was preaching. I just thought that was so cool. Just unsolicited giving is just such a cool thing to witness. So I had a little clip of that. And then right as he was finishing, he was just kind of praying over us right as he was done, and then the power went out. It flashed a few times, then it just went out completely. And I think Bethel is the only place where that happens. Everybody will get extremely excited and start praising and worshiping God. So the whole place went crazy, and yeah, and then it was quiet for a while, and then people just started spontaneously singing. And it was just really amazing, and really just like put an exclamation point in the end of his talk. Like he talked for an hour and a half, and it just like boom, just magnified it.
Hi guys. So some of you were saying that you wanted to hear a little bit more of the teaching we're getting here. And so I thought that right after I get home from school is a great time to share that with you. We had Danny Silk today, which was really fun. He just spoke on powerful people and powerless people. And so just some of his points that he made that were really good, I'll share them with you. So love and fear can't coexist. So as soon as you let fear control you, you automatically aren't letting yourself love well. To have freedom, you have to have choices. Okay, so in the Bible where it says, where the Spirit of the Lord, there is freedom, that means God gave us choices. So when there's complete freedom, then there's choices. So actually lots of people, they have a very good spirit of freedom down here at school, and that's what their culture is based off of. But lots of people, when they come here, they struggle with that because they don't know what to do with choices, because they've been in school all the time, or they always have people telling them what to do. But now they have free choice. So they tell us what we need to do, but it's our choice whether or not we want to do it. So it's a really good atmosphere, but it also brings a lot of like learning into it, because you kind of have to learn how to make choices for yourself to be a powerful person. So choice is the foundation of healthy relationships. So love is a choice. So whenever you're in a relationship, you have to choose to love that person. Okay, my last point I want to make is, to be a powerful person, you have to recognize that you have the free choice to change what needs to be changed.
It's an absolutely beautiful morning. I just spent some time in the prayer house after dropping Cheyenne off at school. I was reading Bill's book, The Way of Life. It's incredible.
Non-hunters, plug your ears, go la 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 la. The rest of you, I took my daughter hunting. We were successful. It was glorious. And I get so much mail on how happy people are for me.
We just got back from a revival group party for Cheyenne's revival. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about today. We had Danny Silk today, and he was talking about receiving feedback. And he said he deals with a lot of leaders who kind of have the problem of they reach a spot in their life, and as they grow in leadership, society is expecting them to be perfect, so they have less permission to receive feedback. So a lot of us, we start out really willing to receive feedback, thinking that we're never going to change that, but it just very easily builds up that we become defensive rather than thankful for feedback. So we feel attacked when feedback comes rather than being thankful. So he talked about taking feedback, taking the parts that make sense and applying them, and throwing the rest away, so to speak, because a lot of times when we get feedback, there's just a lot. And so he talked about the importance of feedback, having people in your life. He said, one of the things he said is having great confidence, great humility, and a willingness to receive feedback sets you up for trust, favor, and promotion. And I just thought that was really good.
Tonight we get to have our first mission trip meeting.
So that's exciting. We'll probably only talk about our deadline. That's tomorrow, which we passed, by the way. Thank you to the generous donation. We each received a $400 donation, and so we have passed our first deadline.
Thank you
and
so
we're
much.
on our way. Also, for city service, we went to the Sundial Bridge, and we did some different art type of things. Like we did human structures, or I forget that word again. And then
Sculptures.
yeah, human sculptures, and we danced across the bridge, and we invited people to join us, and then we just practiced some of our dance and drama games that we're gonna be doing with children in school. So we just got some good practice, but it was really nice to be outside and interacting with people.
And I just got a color all afternoon at Y Club, so that was really fun.
We just got back from our Florida missions meeting, so all but 4 people were there, so we got to meet our whole team. That was really fun.
There'll be 21 of us when we go.
Yeah, and we get to live on an island in a house. So, I don't know, we all get to cram into a house. It's a pretty big house, and it has a pool. But so
But the mission stuff.
we're going to be on Cocoa Beach for a lot of our time there, and we're going to be hopefully one day working with Michael Koulianos' school. I forget what they call it. And so they have a outreach team, and so we'll hopefully going to be joining them and working with them. That'll be super fun. If you haven't heard Michael Koulianos, he's amazing. Sorry. So it's going to be spring break, so that'll be interesting because there'll be a lot of students there from all over the United States. They'll all be at the beach and partying.
Vlog! Okay, that's going in there.
Swan,
Hey, babe, I was already videoing.
Yeah, before the hike, that would suck.
I was already videoing.
Well, I was videoing first.
This is Colin.
Enemy?
That looks like
Hello. There's nothing like
And this is Jordan, that you already met her. She was on retreat with Cheyenne.
I'm single.
She's very single.
What do you mean, very single?
And while I was editing, Cheyenne brought me this amazing smoothie.
All 100 million led one person to Jesus, that'd be 100 million new followers of Jesus. Come on, guys, this is not magic. It's not a magic wand. It's not hype. It's not rocket science. It's the everyday common believer rising up with an uncommon power and beginning to live the gospel wherever we go. Imagine every neighborhood in America with a church fully adopting them. And what would it be like if out of America we saw this largest wave? Our dream is that on the day of, we would see 5,000 people sign up for missions training and sending in preparation to be launched to the nations of the earth. It would be the largest day of missions mobilization in human history. But how do you believe God could do that?
Come on.
How do you really believe
It's a
God
little more
could do that?
relaxing.
Yeah, it's quite nice. It's beautiful everywhere. Everywhere you look, it's gorgeous. And yeah, there's Shasta Mountain again. You can see it from every single one of these mountains. We really need to climb it one day.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It says cat. Okay, I'll go. I was climbing up the mountain and I was looking for the lake. Then I found the lake and I thought it was supposed to go. Nope. And then I came to the top and there it was.
Hey! So Jeremy's cold, so he's using my coat.
Don't wear my jacket.
He would wear my coat. Yeah, see? I told you.
Scaling this very steep mountain, trying to get down to the lake. It's quite an adventure. Yep, adventure.
Someone who I thought that I was, but it turns out all the things I do to feel young, they only make me old. But you raise me like a baby, like fire, and rain like fire on the politics. But without a sword, no armor guard, but calm and born in mother's arms, the God